Ukulele sales are at an all-time high right now because YouTubers and streamers, they just can't stop. They can't help themselves at this point, having to make apologies. Now there's more allegations. It's another week, new allegations. These ones are about Cody Ko, and I know you know who he is because I made a tweet a while back about the people my audience watches, and Cody Ko, his secondary channel, is in the top 5. But that's not the case anymore. Now it's my boy Oomperville, number 1, up there. We got Papa Meat. Look, like this. When I look at this is when I'm like, I know I need to start doing more topical news because you guys watch all these other channels do topical news, but we're so slow to get it out. Days later, here we are. We're going to go look at the D'Angelo Wallace video titled "An Uncomfortable Conversation About Cody Ko" that goes into detail about apparently some allegations that have been around for a while. I learned about them today that Cody Ko allegedly got with a girl named Tana, who's a YouTuber, and not a very popular one at that. Like, people love to hate on her, but got with her when she was 17 years old, which, as we've seen in the Dr. Disrespect comment section, that video we made about that, people got some, they got some come to Jesus with all that, it's like, oh, 17, I don't even care. Who cares? It might as well be 16, according to their logic in there. But, apparently, what the incident happened in Florida, to where if you're worried about the age of consent in Florida is 18. 17 is not 18. I know, bold statement. It's crazy. It's the same argument that people get into, like going, but in this country, the age of consent is... Look, it is illegal. Okay? It is illegal. And so we're going to go into this video that goes in a lot more detail about kind of what happens. And it's recorded in a very interesting way, too. It's like directly talking to Cody Ko, like, hey, you... What are you doing?
All right, Cody, let's have an uncomfortable conversation.
I'm already uncomfortable.
Someone has been alleging for years now that you, one of the largest commentary creators on YouTube, knowingly committed a crime against her when she was a minor. But YouTubers and viewers alike are ignoring and discrediting these allegations solely because the person making them happens to be an unlikable woman online, Tana Mongeau. And you're getting away with it because commentary YouTube has a serious problem.
Ooh, commentary YouTube. Yay. We got a serious problem going on here. The people that know more about it, like at face value, it's like I said, Tana is like, they had TanaCon, which is like a big drama years ago, and she's a lot of people just like to hate on her, right? And then you got Cody Ko, who is like this reputable, like wholesome, almost likable guy, right? And it seems like we're in the realm of the too big to fail realm that I keep calling it, right? Is like where well, we don't like her, so we're kind of okay with what allegedly happened, I guess, is kind of like where we are with this right now, which is interesting. It's very interesting. I've seen it happen a lot of times in the space of where something will happen, something that someone else will get canceled for, but they like this person more, so they don't, right? Yeah.
The situation has been talked about by smaller channels, it's been discussed at length on other platforms, and it keeps almost hitting the mainstream, like with this Rolling Stone article or this H3 podcast discussion.
A lot of people like him a lot, and they really are like doing any kind of mental gymnastic to just ignore it.
And I don't even know, golly, how long have we been talking about this? I'm very disconnected from what goes on YouTube, because as I've said many times in many videos, I do not like the YouTube space and other content creators. There's a few of them that I'm cool with and I get along with them well, but there's just so many snakes. There's just so many of them out there that you just gotta be like, nah. But then when enough people get talking about it, and then I learn about it, well, I gotta talk about it so that you know about it. And then I just kind of feel dead inside because I'm like, oh, great. Again, here we go. One more time. Who's next?
Just ignore it.
I'm not here to accuse you of committing a crime in this video because I can't do that based on someone else's allegations. Nobody can definitively take these allegations as proof, but at the same time, they should still be looked at and not treated as an open secret and swept under the rug like you've been doing for so many years now. And
which is actually a really good point. It's why, like, there's the point of commentary channels like us talking about it, because like it's going to be a trending topic. This video is going to get views because people are going to be like, oh God, kids talking about it, right? But it's also spreading the awareness that these allegations exist. Because it's like back with the Dr. Disrespect thing, like how nobody talked about it for years of why he was banned. And that just rubs me such the wrong way because you don't know what you're supporting, right? Or
Right,
even
somebody knew.
even on an alleged level, just because nothing's went to court and there's no crime, nobody's going to jail, doesn't mean that something wrong didn't happen, right?
Correct.
Now, there's no
correct.
allegations. I'm not saying that anything happened, but what am I saying? If I try to fence ride this, I always want to be careful of how I word things. I don't want to get like in legal trouble. But Mary watched this video and she told me that there's all the evidence we need to see is in this thing. So let's just keep going.
Her podcast is called Cancelled with Tana Mongeau. And speaking of this podcast, about a month ago, she hosted a live episode in front of an audience.
Who's the smallest you've ever had sex with?
Oh my God, no one look at me, Cody Ko. I can say that. I was literally 17. I can say that.
I mean,
I'm glad he started this with, but you know what? She's very controversial and,
first of all, calling out the man's wiener like that. Ooh!
Right. Wow.
But then she followed. The interesting part about that is she followed it up was like, but I was 17, so I can say that. Like, it actually doesn't have anything to do with it, the fact that she is 17, but it's like a way for her to say it. But what I'm trying to get to is that with the difference in audiences, that I think if she came out and was like, this happened, oh my God, then you would have that, like the too big to fail thing, to where she would just get buried with hate, right?
Yeah.
So to me, it seems like a safe shot to be like, this happened, but I can't like go after him and be mad about it and try to get him canceled because it's going to just turn and blow up in my face because there's, the internet hates me kind of thing. Which maybe that might not be something that you guys can relate to, but like as a content creator, like it's like it's a pretty big part of it, of like when you got a problem with someone, like, because mud flies both ways, right?
I hooked up with Cody Ko when I was 17 and he was 25.
She claims that not only were you fully aware of her age at the time, but someone even tried to stop you and you went ahead anyway.
What?
What? That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Wow.
That is wild. Like, I don't know what the situation was, but I'm like, if you were aware, like, hey, I'm 17, you're like, yeah, cool. You do it anyway.
But if your bro comes up and is like, bro, what are you doing? You're going to go to jail.
Yeah, for real.
Like, no.
Anyway.
There was a situation with Gabby Hanna at a Playlist Live where she pulled him aside and told him like, yo, she's 17. And then we still went and hooked up.
To be clear, 17...
Gabby Hanna was the voice of reason? Oh my God. So Mary had told me about this part, is that Playlist Live happened, it's in Orlando, I believe. It's in Florida.
The age of consent in Florida is 18. 17 is not 18. I know, bold statement.
This isn't just some crazy tea. It was a crime.
Nothing would make this situation better, but plenty of things make it worse. Like the fact that she was a fan of yours at the time, adding an additional layer to the power dynamic you would have had over her.
Yeah. This one's.
Ooh.
Jeez.
There's nothing, I mean, I've stopped it and talked. There's not really, like, D'Angelo is freaking wearing it out right now. We're only 3 minutes in this video so far. Jesus.
If I had a 17-year-old daughter or a little sister or something, like I would kill. I would never let it fly.
These recent allegations are bad enough on their own, but there are a couple of things that make them worse still.
Worse? What else?
Oh, God. What now?
Tana has been making this same specific claim against you for years now. Here she is back in 2021 saying the same thing.
I was 17 at the time, 18. I started kind of hooking up with other people. Shout out JC Kalen, shout out Cody Ko.
But what lends the most...
Man, 2021.
Did she just hit another YouTuber?
Yeah, who was the other one? Who else we got?
Shout out JC Kalen, shout out Cody Ko.
But what...
JC Kalen.
JC Kalen.
All right. JC Kalen has 6 million followers on Twitter. This video's not about that, but I guess that's who she's talking about.
Remember how Tana said that fellow YouTuber Gabby Hanna tried to stop you before everything allegedly
Yeah, I want to know
went
about
down?
that.
Well, did you know that Gabby is actually on record telling the exact same story several years ago?
One time, I told a guy, I saw him making out with a girl at a party who was underage, and I pulled him aside and I was like, hey man, you probably don't know, I know she like looks a little older, she's underage, watch it. And he's like, oh my God, thank you for telling me. And then he turned that
This is really...
Oh.
Now, no names were said in that clip, right? But
For sure.
But for the rest of the story, it matches up, you know? Oh my God, dude. I almost feel bad because we're going through the video, but I don't have much to add. Like, we try to like make it transformative. Like, we stop the video and talk and give our own opinions a bunch. But this was just like, oh, there's not a lot to freaking say about that. That's just,
It's like, hey, here's some evidence. Boom, the evidence. You're like, oh, okay, wow.
Just so surprised that Gabby Hanna is the is the voice of reason here. Like, oh,
Right.
oh man. Okay, all right, let's keep going.
But instead of researching to find these answers like I did, many of your fans seem far more interested in attacking your accuser.
I have seen so many comments. But what
Oh,
was
this is what I was talking about earlier about like her getting attacked instead. Yeah. Okay, let's see.
But what was she wearing? It's Tana, so who cares? Well, it's Tana Mongeau.
I am not surprised. Not even a little bit about that.
Acting like she's only doing this to gain clout or ruin you somehow, despite the fact that she's never once put your name in a video title over this. Or worst of all, implying that a 17-year-old could have truly consented to any of this.
That's pretty standard. Pretty standard comment section logic. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty wow, pretty par for the course.
And even if something isn't consciously internalized as an identifiable source of trauma, the body keeps the score.
I know things manifest in ways other than me directly feeling them. Like, maybe I don't feel traumatized in certain aspects from certain things, and other things I do. But, you know, maybe they just manifest in ways other than directly feeling.
And so, like, they go in and they're talking about, like, whether it's traumatic or not. And like I said, I don't think that matters. Like, even if she was like, hell yeah, bad Cody Ko, and is cool with it, looking back, you still go, wait a minute. That's illegal.
Yeah, legally, you're still not an adult in that situation.
Yeah, it's like any like kind of mental gymnastics anybody wants to try to pull doesn't like make the situation not bad, like, period.
The answer to why any of us should care is that a person has tried to come forward about her experience and has been met with the most vitriolic victim blaming I've seen in years.
All right, this goes back to what we're talking to again. It's her, so you know it's very easy to victim blame the person that you don't like because you like the other person, right? It's kind of the classic situation where victim blaming is actually like for some reason okay for people, right? It's another reason why, like, whenever something bad happens and somebody finally comes out years later, and then all these other people start coming forward too. It's not because, like, you know, strike while it's hot. Oh, the bandwagon, let's jump on there. It's because it's a very uphill kind of battle, especially when someone is like either like more popular than you, or say if you're not even a content creator and you're going up against a content creator, you know, or a celebrity. Like those situations have happened. We've seen it happen over and over again.
Your status as one of YouTube's golden boys has made it possible for you to ignore a situation that almost anyone else would have had to respond to by now.
That's what I've been thinking in the back of my head too, is like, God, over the years, right? If this has been like a thing that's been going on forever, in Cody's position, the best thing for him to do for his own brand is to never acknowledge it, which is terrible. But like, that's like the truth, because his fans will take care of it for him, right?
Gosh. Yeah, and that's kind of what's happened.
Yeah,
that's literally what's happened here. And that's...
Yeah, well, then you get things like this where enough people start talking about it to where, like, you have to acknowledge it. Like, so with Dr. Disrespect, like, it got huge. He had to say something. It was over either way, right? But like, for him to have any chance of recovering anything, he had to say something. Right. Even though that went terribly too. But like, Cody Ko doesn't have to say anything so far, because it seemed like watching this video, it just continually gets buried. Like, this is the first time I've ever heard about this happening. And I've been in this space for 12, 13 years.
Yeah.
But again, I keep it all at very much arm's length as well. But when was it? Was it last week or the week before last that I actually, was it a TikTok? I saw the clip of her making fun of his junk, but I don't remember it saying that she was 17. It was just like a dick joke, right? And that was it. Yeah. It didn't go into like the age. Huh. Anyway, all right, let's continue.
You swapped out Cody Ko with someone that like people didn't like that much. Oh my God. I would be receiving so much more sympathy.
I find your silence on the situation to be uncomfortable, because I know that if Tana's allegations are true, then silence would be your only option. Since
Man, anything I could say. D'Angelo's got it. He's got
D'Angelo
everything
really
covered.
is.
Holy
Dude,
crap.
he's good at this.
I should just
He's
link
actually
his
really
video.
good at this.
And like I told you at the beginning, I'm not accusing you of committing a crime. But even if what Tana says is false, your silence is still grossly incompetent at best. Why?
God. Boy, you know, man, God, he ain't missing. Jesus Christ.
This guy should be a lawyer.
From one creator to another, you absolutely have an obligation to, at the very least, call out the misogyny, the victim blaming, and all manner of cognitive dissonance that's coming from your audience in the name of defending you against allegations that you're too cowardly to address.
But how does he do that? You know what I mean? Hey guys, calm down about all these allegations that I will not talk about.
What he's saying right here, what he's saying is true, but in like the reality of the whole situation, it's not gonna happen. Yeah,
right?
Like it's because like why from Cody's point of view, whether it's true or not, why would he? Because that's just gonna make it more apparent to his own audience that watch him directly. And actually, speaking of that, I wonder does he have his comments turned off? Let's see. Got his latest video here. What do you got in the comment section? Bro, what is going on, dude? Don't left around the bush. Embarrassing even support you. Better get the ukulele out. Child influencers, some freaks. Cody Ko. Yeah, okay. So people in the comment section, censorship isn't going to work. Take accountability. I don't see Tana's name anywhere in here. Oh, I was just wondering though, like if he's trying to keep it out of his bubble, like his fandom and everything.
It looks like it's reached his doorstep.
It is here, but it's like kind of. I feel like keywords are blocked. It's like take accountability, take accountability. Charlie made a video about this too. But I don't see anything about the 17. I don't see anything about Tana. I don't see anything about statutory rape or anything. I don't see none of that in here. So I feel like there are probably some keywords that are filtered, unless I'm just not seeing them. But I would be highly suspicious that there is some stuff being blocked. Anyway, let's continue on.
You do have a history of making bad choices when you're terrified of people finding things out, like your history of using slurs.
5, nigga, 6, nigga, 7, nigga, 8, nigga, 9, nigga.
There's more clips than that.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Getting on blast for everything. I'm learning so much in this video. Good Lord.
I can already tell he didn't even know that song very well. He didn't even know the lyrics too well in that.
But the reason most people are blissfully unaware of them is because you posted your vague apology not on Twitter, not on YouTube, but on Patreon, despite acknowledging in your apology that the clips were surfacing on Twitter.
Paywalled apologies? Oh my God.
Wow. Well, hey, that way he gets it out there, but it's not really seen.
Maybe it was a free, maybe it was a free one, maybe it was a free post. I don't know, but imagine having to pay, to see an apology. Oh my God.
Not many people know that you've already lost fans over an eerily similar topic. You used to frequently feature and promote your college friend Colby Leachman in your videos until it came out that during your school days, Leachman's university put him on probation for the non-consensual videotaping of a sex act with another student, showing the video to other people, lying to the police about the video, and behaving horribly to that individual and at least one other woman.
That's a lot. That's like, oh my God, dude. It's the saddest part is like how common this is, especially like in the college bro scene, like the fraternities and stuff like that too.
That's insane.
You'll bag this girl, dude. Check out this video. Like, oh, dude. Oh my God.
From the continued hangout since then to inviting him to your wedding just last year, people are under the impression that you're best friends with someone who, at best, committed an illegal sex act and at worst is an alleged rapist.
So many allegations going on right now, Dave. I don't know. I'm getting whiplash. There's so much happening right now. Oh my God.
Oh man.
All right.
Like you said though about the YouTubers, just a lot of the YouTubers just don't like, and then all of a sudden, like even some of the most popular ones, here we go.
You've tried speaking and you've tried silence, and now you're choosing censorship. On your YouTube channel, where you've been pumping out content nearly every day now, I couldn't find a single comment on your last video about this situation. Not even one.
Well, it's blown up now. There's a. Oh, it's on the Instagram there. Everybody's talking about on Instagram. Oh, I get it. Oh, there's okay. So there wasn't anything on YouTube, but it's Instagram that it was going on.
Wow.
Oh, and that kind of answers that then. So there is some suppression going on here, it seems, but not on the Instagram.
It's clear that you're heavily censoring your audience on YouTube, but surely you must have realized the limits by now, since people have just transferred the conversation over to your wife's channel. The fact that her comment section is overrun due to...
What?
Oh, no. Oh, man, that's...
Oh, gosh.
This is the kind of stuff that you get into, like when something just kind of like festers like this and it finally comes up. Well, there's a name for it, too. What is it? There's like when you don't want anyone on the internet to find out something, and all of a sudden everyone finds it out and you can't stop it. I don't remember what it's called. Let me know in the comments. I forgot. But it's like the people around you, like she's just over here probably making her little family videos or whatever, and it's like the comment section is just this.
She gets bombarded, dude. Yeah. All because he won't say anything or address it.
Yeah.
Oof. What can happen from this if it comes out that later this is true? You know?
Nothing legally, I don't think, because there's like statute of limitations that's like,
right.
If it doesn't get,
right,
yeah,
that I do know.
Yeah, there's nothing can happen, but it's more of a this actually happened. And then you also got like the forward facing, like, yeah, it did, and it was a mistake kind of take two, to where like I have changed and all that. But like it's turning into such a big, it's getting so much momentum that people aren't going to be satisfied with that at this point, you know?
Right. It's going to be a brand bash no matter what here, seems like.
I would not be surprised if he still just never says anything about it and just keeps going.
Really?
It's like why him saying, yeah, it happened would just like everything could blow up, right? He would just give it so much more energy. Like if he's just trying to keep going and not worry about it. Like if it's true or whether it's not true, him acknowledging it, I can't imagine a situation where it actually helps no matter how much people try to call him out. Like him, right? Mm-hmm. Like, should he say something? Yeah, absolutely. Like everyone's demanding, like, say something and do it. We'll give me the answers I need. But from where he's standing, his point of view, there's absolutely no point because he doesn't have to.
And there's nothing positive that will come from it when he does it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's, again, I'm not taking up for him or anything. I'm just like if I was a publicist or something, then that's the way I would be thinking about this.
If I was a PR guy, like, yo, bro, you know nothing.
Mm-hmm. I'm interested to see what happens, though. But anyways, let's continue to see what else he has to say about this.
Your silence and censorship are a response with disturbing implications. The only thing that I've seen this hidden portion of your audience asking for is the truth. So why aren't you telling it? And your silence.
Well, that's what we just talked about. Why are you telling it? Because, like, the only reason this keeps traction is people making videos like D'Angelo or even us that are talking about it and like going through it. And obviously throughout the past couple of years, it hasn't had this kind of momentum. So the ad's been able to just be like, no, I'm not talking about it. And it goes away. Don't know if it's going to happen again. We'll see.
I witnessed the heavy-handed moderation of your subreddit in real time as I researched this video. I would refresh the page and posts would suddenly be unapproved by moderators after racking up hundreds of comments, removed because they could, quote, instigate drama, or more commonly, just locked and or removed with no reason given whatsoever. But it's not just your moderators, it's your friends and fellow YouTubers too. It's no coincidence that with the exception of the H3 podcast, I haven't seen a single channel over 1 million subscribers do so much as acknowledge that this situation exists.
I didn't know!
But we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? You can't say nothing if you don't know it, you know? So
it's crazy.
Now it's here, and now we are. So there's that.
Deleting the moderator. Yeah, that's what I'm just thinking, like, I don't know what the word is that I'm trying to do, like thinking, like putting myself into his shoes and like trying to think about like what would be like heavy-handed moderation, trying to keep it from spreading like a wildfire, right? Like, oh no, put it out. Maybe it'll go away. It's interesting to actually see it happen, right?
I mean, the same channels that were rightfully calling out people like Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, got Dr. Disrespect. That's us too. Screw Dr. Disrespect.
And this video is all the proof you need that there's still plenty to discuss, even without making definitive statements. The general public may not know about the situation, but I promise you, anyone who's online enough to run a YouTube channel does.
All right, come on now. Like, I mean, really, before the video, were we supposed to know about it? You know what I mean? Like, I don't go searching for the tea. You know what I'm saying? The tea just shows up, bro.
Well, D'Angelo, I got to disagree with you on that one. But hey, here we are, right? Videos like this are literally how I learn about how anything happens in the space. But again, like I said,
right.
The space is just so trash anyway. Like, God, imagine like knowing that this happened, allegedly or not. And then
keeping it.
Yeah, and then like not real.
Bro.
I mean, I feel like if you, man, it's so crazy that it's been like going for so long. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna dwell on like, how do I not know about this at this point? But yeah, okay.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, I've actually only heard Tana's name for the first time today.
But, you never heard of TanaCon?
It's a fact that you and Tana were around each other during the year she specified, as seen in your uncomfortable collab videos.
Ooh, getting receipts. They were near each other. Oh, getting the facts.
They're still online. It's a fact that Gabby Hanna has made claims that seem to corroborate Tana's allegations against you. And it's a fact that you are suppressing your audience's knowledge of these allegations by censoring your YouTube comment section. These things may not prove Tana's allegation, but you better believe that they contextualize them in a way that you need to address.
I mean, I appreciate the call out, but again, it's like I'm saying, it's like I don't see Cody Ko ever addressing this ever. Hopefully he does. That'd be cool. I'd love to make another video about it, you know?
I was going to say, I feel like an apology is on the verge here.
You feel like the ukuleles are coming out?
The ukuleles are coming, baby. I can hear them. I can hear them in the distance.
Nobody should ever be denied the right to tell the truth, no matter what. I'm sure we can all agree that everyone should have the right to speak their truth, but that's exactly why I couldn't just sit here and watch the whole world tell Tana that it doesn't apply to her.
Yeah, ultimately, hopefully this gets big enough, and it has gotten big enough to where if it's wrong, if the information is wrong, then he will be like, no, right?
Yeah. I mean, I would see... I mean, even that would just shut all this down, right? If he's just like, hey, by the way, I got some receipts. All this is false. GG, kids. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Or even like
shut it all down.
Or even without receipts, saying like no. But then if more information comes out, ooh,
that's when the real dunks happen for either side, right?
Which I guess is where the speculation of like why it's being silent, being silent about it anyway, because maybe there is more information that would come forward if he denied it. But I mean, if you didn't do it, then say you didn't do it. That's it. You know, it didn't happen.
Yeah. Or here it comes. I can sing the song, baby. I can hear it. I'm telling you, I can hear it, kid. It's coming.
Oh, that's a nuts video. Hey, that's the whole thing. You can go if you want to go comment on it or whatever. You know, give D'Angelo Wallace a sub, because that was a good video. Golly,
for sure.
But anyway, today's your birthday. Happy birthday. See you next time. Bye bye. I love you.